we're day 23. This is the behind the scenes filming.
Yeah.
We're back, and it's day 23, I think. 24. Oh, day 24.
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. You stole mine.
Yeah, that's good. So you made it all the way to the end. All three of you who are watching this.
I'm going to go 4.
4.
I'm going to have lots of
Counting
hope.
us too?
Yeah.
The dog. Bozeman's laying over there watching.
And one other.
So he counts.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've had a good time. So
Yeah.
we're going to wrap it up. We've got a few things here at the end to talk about going into 2020. We're going to do 2 tonight. But without further ado, because we do want to keep this, I know, apologize, some of these have gone long here as of late, but we get a little excited and enjoy what we're doing.
Yep.
So today on Christmas Eve, very special, in my opinion, Irish single pot still whiskey. And can you get the yellow spot, please?
Yes, sir. It's an easy find.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Thank you.
I guess I probably could just let you pour. Have your glass, my lady.
Here you go, sir. Thank you.
All right. Best thing about Christmas Eve is you don't have to worry about getting up and going to work tomorrow.
No.
Especially if you do Christmas Eve Mass or temple or whatever it is you do.
Thank you.
So yellow spot. Last year we had green spot. This year we've taken it up a notch to the yellow. So the spot line of whiskeys is by Mitchell & Sons. And the quick story on Mitchell & Sons is back in the day they were a wine merchant in Dublin. And they would import wine by the cask because you would bottle your own wine back then. And then they had all these casks left over, so they would go to the distilleries and get whiskey, fill the casks back up on whiskey, let them mature in their storehouses, or actually I think Mitchell & Sons was in caverns, probably not the right word, but underneath the city of Dublin. And
Tunnels?
Tunnels would be good.
Yeah.
But to determine the age of the whiskey, and they would daub it with a different spot of color. So yellow, annotated 12 years. Green used to be 10 years, but now that's a non-age statement whiskey. Blue was, I believe, 7 or a 5. I'm not sure on that. And then here recently, last year re-released the 15-year-old, which is
Green. No.
No.
Red.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Got some up there.
Yeah.
So I think, the yellow is just really one of those amazing whiskeys. 12 years, bourbon barrels, and then spends a bit of time in sherry butts and Malaga casks. So we've had a lot of bourbon and sherry butts.
That's because you said butt.
I said butts. And then this one is just finished in a Malaga cask, which is, I believe, also a Spanish wine, fortified wine.
Sounds like it.
Along with Marsala and sherry. And what we found with the Savant was Iberian oak is?
I don't remember.
Spanish oak.
Spanish oak.
All right.
Yep.
So, Ann.
Yes.
Jump in there. Like, you keep talking like you're supposed to pick up your glass and get us going.
Well, I was smelling. I say butterscotch I get.
Yep.
A little bit of honey.
Mm-hmm. That's going to come from the Malaga.
Yeah. A little wood.
It's always a little.
As always. Well, it's not overpowering. It's just right. Just right. It's been a long season.
Yeah.
Yep. Lots of new good things, different things. Yep.
How about peaches?
I could go with that.
Yeah, some of the stuff they have on here, on the nose, moan hay. Just doesn't sound like I'm saying it right, but I know.
Moan.
Yeah.
Hay. Mode hay.
Mode hay would be better.
Yeah.
Cracked black pepper, don't get that at all on the nose.
No.
Red bell peppers, I think they're crazy. Nutmeg.
I get spice.
Clove oil.
I get clove.
Oh, that's what I was smelling there.
Yeah.
No, not the clove.
Oh.
Green tea.
Oh.
Okay, couldn't pick
No, I
up.
get
What
the
is
clove.
that? I get the green tea at the end.
Well, you've probably never had green tea.
I have had green tea. Used to drink green tea in the afternoon at work after I'd had like 12 cups of coffee. All right.
All right.
So on the taste.
I'm going in. It's very smooth, very oily, which I like.
There's the pepper at the end. Pot still spices.
Yep.
Big time peaches on the finish for me. This is one of my favorite whiskeys. The kind of a lighter.
Yeah.
If you're a Speyside Scotch drinker, I think this is a good gateway whiskey to bring you over. Actually, the Bourbonista, remember when they were here, really enjoyed this one. So I think it's also, because there's a little bit of sweetness from the Malaga, and probably the sherry. Good whiskey to bring over a bourbon drinker into Irish.
Yeah.
So back in the day, Irish whiskey actually used to be on the world stage like the premium spirit that you could buy. This was pre-prohibition, pre-World War era, pre-embargo, all that stuff, because it really was known as a premium spirit. So a lot of places you would go, Irish was held in higher regard than Scotch single malts, Scottish single malts. And bourbon was just something completely different. You know, it was like an American. But what happened was during Prohibition, a lot of the rot gut whiskey that people would just distill or whatever, they would call it Irish whiskey, therefore thinking they would get a premium on the bootlegging and the black market at the time. So a whole generation of people associated Irish whiskey with that rot gut stuff that the bootleggers would bring in versus the premium. So all of that stuff kind of in a microcosm served to take Irish down a notch. So a lot of us and you know, probably if you were asked like what's a premium, you would gravitate towards saying Scotch, because Scottish single malts didn't go through that same type of scenarios as the Irish whiskey industry did. Even though, I mean, we're kind of partial, we prefer the Irish.
The Irish, yeah.
I do believe that there are some fantastic single malts, but I think this one can hold its own with any, Irish single malt in the same price, or Scottish single malt in the same price point. So this one you're probably looking around $100 for the bottle. Right now in New Hampshire it's on sale for $89, so if you'd like it, I'd go out and get it. It's about $10 off a bottle. It's usually around $99 here. And other places I've seen it go as high as $110. Because it's kind of rare. It's a 12-year-old, but just a really, really good finish.
It's delicious.
Ah, great. Yeah. So, can you grab a couple more glasses? I know we might seem like we're flying through this, or maybe we're not. But
well, it's a busy time of year, right?
Cleanse my palate with a little Guinness.
Yep.
Guinness and a single pot still just go fantastic together. So, what else we threw in there for, if you want to drink it tonight or drink it tomorrow, we have day 25 on there, is, you can go ahead and grab your own.
Thanks.
Included a port whiskey this year as the extra whiskey, not whiskey, a wine. So what you have here is a 20-year-old
This doesn't
Tawny
look good.
Port from Graham's. I know. Merry Christmas to us.
Yes. Merry Christmas.
I tend to find ports very satisfying this time of the year.
It sounds like we haven't really even had anything.
So good dessert wine is probably more than you need. It's probably enough for 2 people.
Yep.
But this is a Tawny Port, 20 years old. And what a Tawny Port means, basically, it's wine from Portugal, port. In the fermentation process, they introduce brandy into the fermentation process, which at that point pretty much stops the fermentation, increases or holds the sweetness of this wine, and then when it goes through the process and it's barreled, it's considered a fortified wine. So that's why you get that sweetness. It's about 20% alcohol by volume. Aged, obviously, for 20 years. So Tawny Ports are aged. Ruby Ports, I think, are maybe 2 years. But we thought we'd throw something like this in there, a little dessert wine for you after you get to open all your presents on Christmas Day. What do you think of this one?
Oh, it's delicious.
Oh, that is good. Big butterscotch.
Yeah.
A little bit of nuttiness in there. Almond.
There's something else, though, that I can't... I don't know. Something with the... Maybe it's the orange that sets it. I don't know.
Orange.
It's very good, though.
Yeah. All right. Well, sorry that we haven't been extremely in depth with our tasting notes, but so we've enjoyed having everybody this year. Unfortunately, this brings to a close the 2019 Colonial Whiskey Advent Calendar, a smashing success. But look, if you'd like to stay involved in this for 2020, those of you that received it as gifts, if you want to continue or if you want to send it to a gift to somebody next year, all you got to do is email me at colonialwhiskey@gmail.com. So it's Colonial Whiskey, all one letter. No dots, no dashes, no Prancer, no Vixen, no Comet, no Cupid, no Donner, no Blitzen. And we'll keep you on the email list. We'll send out emails throughout the year, just to kind of bring all this back in. Why we do this, we started doing it, was just a way to, have a drink in the holiday season, let alone 26 of them or more. I think John and I had 12 different ones the other night when we sampled the Lagavulin.
Yeah.
But the other thing is we do it as a way to give a little bit of spread the holiday cheer from a charitable standpoint. So everything, all the proceeds, anything that we make, and by what I mean we make is after we pay for the whiskey, the bottling, and the packaging and the shipping, everything that's left over, Toys for Tots or a local giving tree, etc. So if you do want to do it next year and you want to get it for somebody else, please email me with your information. And as we get closer to the time next year, I'll send out some emails. And if you're still interested, great. If you're not, you're dead to us.
It's not nice.
I just kidding. But look at all this fun.
I know.
Look at all this fun.
It was. And, they get to see us and chat with us. Well,
yeah, the videos are free.
Yeah. Yeah. They should
those.
be. No. Mm-hmm. We're not of that caliber yet.
All right. And anything you want to close us out with from your side of the
from my side? Remember that if you're just starting and it just smells like wood, that's okay. And I say it was a great season. It was good fun. Got some new friends to come on and talk. And
yeah, next year we'd love to do more videos from other people. Yeah. So I don't know, like Patrick and Stephanie, if you're interested, or the Tupelo Whiskey Club down there, if you guys are interested, with technology, we got some millennials here that can help us older folks figure out how to transfer that stuff. But we'd love to see this thing continue to grow, and the idea is to get enough people on the list that at some point, we can can email distilleries and say this is how many people we have on our advent calendar and get them to donate a couple bottles of whiskey or 4 or whatever, so that more of the proceeds can go to a Christmas time charity, and we can all feel really good about drinking a lot of whiskey. The holidays. All right. Which one you want to send them out with? Damn, we went 15 minutes again.
I know. Sorry.
It's crazy.
Okay. I don't know.
This is why we went 15 minutes.
Well, let's pick. We'll just pick our favorite.
We'll go.
Okay. I'm gonna go here.
I'm going to go here. It's a whiskey calendar.
Yeah.
So Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you have a healthy and happy New Year, and we'll see you again in 2020.
Cheers.
Cheers.